Okay, wait, because I had it. This is really annoying because I don't know why it's happening. All right. When I filmed my second video, it was hella like, ugh. So contrary to this, when I recorded my second video, which was also like my first one, I had put clothes on. Like I put on a shirt and I'm like, and I'm doing my hair and all this. Like, let me tell y'all something. Free game. When you look good, you don't need to do all that to be on camera. Like, I'm here to talk. Only thing you need to be paying attention to is what I'm saying. Like, if I look good, I look good. But like, that's besides the point. I put on a shirt and did my hair and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. No. I'm here to talk. I'm here to give that. Like, I'm an authentic person. And I hate to say that because it's so like not authentic to say. But like, yeah, like I'm real. Like I'm real rap raw, you know, like this. I'm not that type of person to say stuff like that. But like, I'm in my bedroom, for God's sake. What am I supposed to be? Why am I getting dressed to be in my bed? Like, and I don't shame anybody who does those get ready with me videos. I love to watch those videos. But like, I'm in my room. I'm not going anywhere. Why am I getting dressed? Why am I taking my scarf off? Let me tell y'all what I just did. So ever since I moved out here, if you're in California, you know that the hours are 3 hours behind the East Coast. So my sleep schedule has been, and I didn't sleep at all last night. And I have not been sleeping well since I've been here. And I don't care. But I feel like if I'm gonna be up, I need to use my time wisely. And I'm in this little linty shirt. Yeah, it's pretty linty. But like, I'm just being myself. And I encourage you to be yourself. Your sexy, beautiful self too. We're gonna talk about today, we're gonna talk about how good water is. Like, that's all I ever care about. Is just this. Like, if you don't drink water, what are you doing? Word to Patrick Cece. Like, my first video, well, the second video that I filmed, I was talking about like how Gen Z doesn't want to work and stuff. And I'm thinking, like, do I want to talk about that? Like, do I want to elaborate on that? Like, we know we don't want to work. But, you know, I do want to talk about depression. Because I mentioned in the video how I was feeling depressed because I didn't want to work. And there was a time where I quit my last, like, full-time job in California before moving out here. Like, I had a job doing security. And then I had another job before that was full-time. I did work in between, but like I didn't have any sustainable money in between those two times. Those two jobs, I mean. And it was very bad for me. Like, I was depressed. And I wasn't depressed because I didn't have a job. I was depressed because I didn't want to work in the first place. And I was mad that that was the means that I needed to have. Like, that was the reason why I needed to. That was the reason. That was the need for money that I had. Like, I do music, yes, but I'm not getting paid by that yet. All the other things I want to do, you have to have money, including music. You have to have money to go to the studio. You have to have money to buy fabric for clothing that you want to sew. You have to have money to eat. You have to have money for tissue to wipe your You gotta have money for filtered water, because if you have, you know, tap water, you could die. Maybe not die, but like, something bad could happen to you if it's not good water. So what I'm basically saying is that I was just upset that, and I was complaining and I was down and out. And then it hit me like this, and I'm just like, this is life. That's what life is. And I had a really bad breakdown when I was on the phone with my mom. I remember I was just crying my eyes out because I'm like, this is life. Ugh. But then I was like, well, Am I gonna cry about it every day, or am I gonna cry about it now and then be like, well, that's what it is, and then you know, what else am I gonna do? So it really changed me, and I haven't panicked. Like, I panicked once since then, because this happened in like January, because I stopped working at my the security job before the one I did that got me out here. I stopped working there in November, and then I wasn't working until February, and I'm scared out of my mind. I'm like, rent! How am I gonna pay rent? I'm just being a little vulnerable. Like, I want this to be a space where if you're gonna judge me, at least you're judging me for who I am and not for who I'm not, you know? Like, life is not perfect. People get on here, people get on Instagram, people get on social media, and and they only show you the good parts of their life. And I'm like, but you're not talking about anyone else, because I don't want to project. I am not living a perfect life. And I'm making it my perfect life. I'm making my life as good as it can be, because nothing is ever perfect. But I'm making life as cool as it can be for me, you know? I'm gonna ramble a bit. I'm not gonna take too much of your time, because somebody called me the Yap Queen. That's really gold. That's gold. They call me the Yap Queen. And then somebody else, like, literally, like, you know who you are. They put on their fucking, on their, you know how Instagram has the notes? He put 40-minute yap session. Like, that's embarrassing, bro. Because I wasn't even yapping the whole time. But I just want to talk about depression a little bit. Like, I know there's so many people that get on here and they talk about depression, and they're like, oh, this is what you do. BetterHelp is sponsoring this video. The thing that I really want to get into, and this, you know, I'm gonna keep this real short. I'm gonna keep this real short. So I was really sad that I had to work, and that's probably the laziest sounding thing you ever heard, but when you think about what I'm trying to pursue, that's not lazy. Like, that's not a lazy job. Like, doing music, you have to be in the studio for X amount of hours. You have to be doing press, videos, X, Y, Z. I do a lot of studying. I'm not a lazy person. Let me tell you, the job that I work to get out here, I was working 10 to 12 hour shifts, okay?
And I left something important out. I've worked actually way more than that. Like, there was my last complete shift that I did with them was from 9:30 to 12 in the morning. Like, I've worked, how many hours is that? I've worked like 14, 15, 16 hours with them.
There was a crackhead that kept bothering me, and he wouldn't leave me alone. He came 6 times. Like, downtown LA is not safe, okay? It's not. My job had me on Skid Row at first, which is really crazy. That's really insane. That's really diabolical. That's really maniacal. They had me just dilly-dallying in fucking Skid Row? The next place that I went to, shout out to Central Health Center. There's really nice nurses in there that will be happy to take care of you. And my partner's in there. Well, she's not my partner anymore, obviously, because I'm in a whole new state. But my partner was there, and she's a very nice lady. Shout out to Anna. I was working 10 to 12 hour shifts, getting harassed. And I don't drive. So I had to leave late as well. My shift wasn't that late, but it was dark outside. And like I said, downtown LA is not safe. So I put myself at risk every day. Every day. Barely getting sleep. But it got me out here. So we fucking live. Like, I'm cool with all of that. Like, I'm the type of person that will live a chaotic life for what I want. So it's never laziness. It's just, I don't want to work. I don't want to do that. Like, I want to spend 10 to 12 hours doing what I want to do. So it was a cause of my depression. And I feel like it's a Gen Z problem. It's a Gen Z thing that, like, even for the ones who don't know exactly what they want to do, they know that they don't want to do what these last generations did. What the fuck is that, y'all? What the fuck, the millennials? Well, you know what? I'll actually group millennials in with this. So who's before that? I don't fucking know. Whoever y'all is, y'all did this, and somebody need to come see y'all. Because how dare y'all make us work and think that we have to work? Like, there's so many, you know what? And I take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. If you are a college girly who wants to be a lawyer, who wants to be a doctor, who wants to be a physician of any kind, who wants to be a surgeon, who wants to be a librarian, shit, anything that involves school, don't even listen to me. But if you're somebody who's doing that, but you don't want to be doing that, and you're somebody who knows what they want to be doing, or they know that they don't want to be doing that, this is for y'all, you know? Because I can only speak on my experience, and I'm one of those motherfucking people. I don't want to work. What the fuck is work? What the fuck is work? Me? Flipping burgers? Like, nah. And hey, for the niggas that want to do that too, if that's what you want to do it. Everybody should do what they want to do. Most people are depressed because they're doing something that they do. There's something that they cannot control in their life, and then there's something that they can control in their life that they're too scared to control. In reality, because when I think overthinking definitely comes with anxiety and depression, because you start thinking, even with something what I want to do. Oh, but how do I know it will work out? What if it doesn't work out? What will I do then? What if what I do then doesn't work? You know what? And I'm not gonna trigger anyone, because then if I keep going and I go down the route that I could go down, it's gonna get dark. You thought I was gonna burp. Anyway, I'm trying to keep this lighthearted because I am talking about depression. So I'm kind of like tap dancing. I'm kind of like, just picture me as like the AIDS song on Family Guy. That's what I'm doing right now. Or like the vasectomy song. My depression stemmed from me having to work. I said that shit like 7 times, and that's because of it. Let me tell y'all something. I did not sleep. Like I said, I didn't sleep. So this is definitely a yap session. One way that could help you feel a little bit better in your depression is know that you're not alone in it. If you feel like your depression is like, say you're in a room alone like me right now. I was working, like I said, 10 to 12 hour shifts, putting my life at risk, walking and taking buses at all time buses and standing in El Monte station every night for 25 minutes, maybe more sometimes, where there was crackheads. But I'm here. I'm where I want to be now. And even though I still have to work, obviously, because I don't have like $1 million saved up. I feel like is that, that's a deer. That's deer. Hey y'all. Good thing I'm on the 2nd floor. Y'all can't get me. Sorry. Getting used to being in Atlanta, bro. And there's a lot of woods, bro. There's only woods right here. Like, only. I'll show y'all. But what I'm saying is, cause fuck, is that you're not alone. Like, I talk to my friends. They're like, and I hate to say this, but I'm being honest. They're struggling too. Everybody has a different struggle. Everybody who you see on Instagram who's flexing money, there's something else that's going on in here. Even if that money isn't theirs, then that's an issue within itself. My fan just went on, or the heat, whichever one it was. There's a lot of people right now who are not happy with their life. And fabricating that, for one, is a very, very, very big sign of that. So if you see somebody and you know them in person and you know they're not living the way that they're posting, don't judge them. Just think, damn, they're really unhappy. That sucks. And just hope the best for them. Because you have to flip things. You can't look at everything as a negative. Because even me, I used to look at shit fucked. Like, oh, how dare this person have fucking fame on Instagram and on YouTube. Like, how dare this person put in all the work that they put in and they got fame and I didn't. Like, I still got hella work to do. Truth be told, I've only been consistently dropping for 2 years, and it hasn't even been that consistent. But I don't have any music videos out. I haven't done any photo shoots. There's so much shit that I have to do that I'm very excited to do, but I'm not there yet. You know, there's people doing shit, and there's some people who get free passes, and they just knew somebody that done got them there. But there's some people who just organically grew, and I'm happy for those people just as much as I'm happy for somebody who didn't organically grow, because at the end of the day they're feeding their family. And that's how you have to, it's like, in order to feel better within yourself, you have to look at the outside world with a better view. Like, if I was to okay, me saying that everybody is struggling right now, that's the truth. We all are struggling. And I mean, not everyone on the world not everyone in the world is struggling, but there are a lot of people who are not financially free, and that's their issue. Or they are financially free but they don't have this, or they're, you know, it's like, especially the people who want more for themselves, and it's like, I got this but now I want to go get here, and they never sit in what they have. They never let themselves be satisfied with what they already have. That's what you need to learn to do. If you are watching this video from a phone, if you're watching this video from a laptop, if you're watching this video from an iPad, if you're watching this video from a device, in a room where you sleep, where you are allowed access to sleep, with a kitchen either down the hall or downstairs that has food in it, start there. Be grateful for that, because there's people who don't have that shit. If you still live with your parents, be fucking grateful. And I say that as somebody who can't go back home. I choose not to. But there's some people who can't go back home. There's some people who, at their parents told them at 18 they had to get the fuck. So be grateful for that. If you don't need to be at home, if you have it to where you can be living on your own, or you're in college, whatever the case is, be grateful that you are somewhere safe. Because if you're not somewhere safe and you are watching this, you need to be reaching out to somebody. And if there's a way to find someone to reach out to, be grateful for that. Like, you know, just be grateful for what you have. And I'm not telling anyone that these are the steps, these are the 17 steps of not being depressed. I'm just telling you, it will bring you peace of mind, because this is what I did. Because I look forward to the future, but also you gotta live the present too. Like, me personally, I'm always in my head because I live alone. So who else I'm gonna talk to? And I think about all the shit I want to be doing, all the shit that I wish I was doing, but I think about how I'm gonna get there. And I plan. And you have to have a clear head and be able to make plans. And all plans aren't gonna work, but you have to also have a clear head to be able to accept the fact that your plans ain't work, and think about what to do next instead of panicking on the fact that it didn't work. So it all comes back to just having a clear head and being happy and healthy mentally. And Anybody who's struggling and feels like there's no way for them to get to this point, reach out to someone. I mean, I ain't doing shit. You can reach out to me. I like to give advice, clearly. I like to yap. I'm the yap queen. That was my given alias. That's all I wanted to say. I'm gonna go the fuck to sleep because, like I said, I was up all night.